boy back again with another video, and today, man, I just wanted to let you guys know about the little update that I'm doing on my charger, installing new rear deck speakers and 8-inch subwoofer in the rear deck. My car came equipped with the Alpine sound system. I feel like the front speakers sound pretty good. I think it lacks a little bit to be desired with the back speakers, and found out that there's a hole in the rear deck for a 8-inch subwoofer. It's a factory hole that's already been cut, so I decided to get an 8-inch subwoofer and change the rear deck speakers so it'll give me a little better sound. And so far it is really worth it. I picked up some Pioneer 6x9s for the rear deck subwoofer, Planet Audio subwoofer that I ordered, and man, what a difference. I already started the process, but I'll give you a little rundown on how you do it, and you know what it takes, and the end result, which is what it's gonna sound like. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so as you can see, I've already began the process, like I said before, of dismantling everything, and I've already installed the 8-inch subwoofer and one of the 6x9s. But when you begin this process, you're gonna have to remove the two side panels right here. There's a side panel that goes there that you have to take off, and on both sides, and you have to take this cover off, which goes up here over the speakers. You gotta take this cover off. It can be a bit of a pain because this is kind of still in the way a little bit because the seat belt is still connected, but I'm not gonna go through the hassle of taking the seat belt connector off. So just try to push it out of the way, and you get your access to your speakers in the rear deck. So this is the rear deck once you remove the cover. I have already installed one of my 6x9 three-way Pioneer speakers and the 8-inch Planet Audio subwoofer. I still have to change that one. So that right there is a factory speaker that I'm gonna be changing that one as well. This is the speakers that I picked up. So like I said, these are Pioneers 6x9 450 watt. They're three-way speakers. They have two tweeters. The tweeters on the speaker give you this very clear highs that is missing with the factory speaker. So it sounds a lot louder and more crisp. And I'll give you a preview once I install the other one. So when you remove your speaker from the rear deck, there's 4 screws that you have to remove. You got one right here, got one right here, and one right here, and one there. It is a 8mm socket that you're gonna need to remove those screws. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll get right back with you. Also, I want to add that when you're removing these screws from the speaker, you can't use a regular size ratchet and socket because it's too big. You don't have enough room back here because of the windshield to be able to use a regular size ratchet and socket. So you have to use a mini ratchet in socket. And like I said, this is a 8mm. I don't know if you can see that, but it's an 8mm socket, and that's what you're gonna need to take the screws out. All right, guys, so once you take your screws out, there's some kind of adhesive that's, you know, underneath the speaker that's kind of like a seal. It's sticky. You need to get a flathead screwdriver to kind of pry it up, and it should pop right out. This is a flathead screwdriver. If you don't know, you just use it to kind of pry the speaker up. You don't want to stick it too far under there, because you could puncture the speaker itself, and you have a hole in it. So just kind of stick it under there a little bit and pry it up. And it comes right out like that. So, and you pull it up, and there you go. Now to disconnect it, all you have to do is just pull this connector out. Mine is already, I've already connected my amplifier adapter, so that's why mine has this tape on it right here, but yours won't have that. You just push the little button underneath here and pull that out, and there you go. Factory speaker is disconnected and out of the hole. Now just get the new one and repeat the same process in reverse. This is how the speaker comes. Once you take it out of the box, you gotta take it out of this packaging, and you have the speaker itself. You have this adapter, which I won't need. Depending on what kind of car you have, you might need this adapter to put the speaker in place. Fortunately for me, the holes lined up perfectly without this piece, so I don't need that. And then you have the speaker here. Nice Pioneer 3-way speaker. Well, actually this 4-way, my bad, it's a 4-way. And you have a speaker guard, the grill, Pioneer grill, nice, but I don't think this is gonna be able to go on because of the rear deck cover. But you have a speaker guard right here. So just need to connect this to the wiring and screw it back down. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll get back. The Pioneer speakers came with the wire and the connectors already on there like this. All you gotta do is strip the end of the wire like that and connect this to the speaker, and then this end to the factory wire. Alright guys, so I have installed both 6x9 speakers, and the 8-inch subwoofer is installed, so figured why not give you a preview of what it sounds like. So I'm gonna find some music that's not copyrighted, probably play some of that Scotty B. Check out my cousin Scotty B on SoundCloud. Got some great music, but I'm gonna play a couple of his songs to give you guys a preview of what it sounds like. So,
hey, you gotta check it out. Check this out, man.
They about to drop it. Beautiful women, they about to drop it. Guys, beautiful women, they about to drop it. Drop it. Drop it down. Drop it. Drop it down. Drop it. Drop it down. Drop it. Drop it. These beautiful women, they about to drop it. Don't get it mistaken, it's for a profit. All they want is the Benjamins in your pocket. And as long as you're throwing, they'll never stop it. Drinking my cup, don't fuck up my buzz. Just having some fun with big butts in the club. She double D'd up, throwing it back like she must. Got that intent just to touch, huh? Pause for a second, let me time it. Now that I done got the chair, I'll let you grind it. Throw that ass up in my face and I don't mind it. Now that you done got the rhythm, let's rewind it. She a beauty with booty, she got my mind bent. Smack her ass and give it a realignment. Her she looking for a king and I'm a lion. If you broken, you a loser, that's a minus. Beautiful women, they about to drop it. Got these beautiful women, they about to drop it. Beautiful women, they about to drop it. Got these beautiful women, they about to drop it. Drop it. Drop it down. Drop it. Drop it down. Drop it. Drop it down. Drop it. Drop it. Ball up and take flight. I got you niggas on point like the throwing point. So I guess it about to be one hell of a night. And we ain't leaving till the thing over. Party like we Project X or even hangover. And the way that she twerking it when she bend over got me wanting to catch you right dick just like a Range Rover. Intelligent, her presence so magnificent. The way she love is evident. She ride or die obedience. When I'm with her, everything around me so irrelevant. But my intellect dangerous to kill you like Hannibal Lecter. Nigga, you comping my sector. 007 suspected the specter. Nigga, this shit is so clever. Watch how a nigga predicting the weather. That's brainstorming, tripping and dropping on every idea that you conjure. Maniacal monster, chasing them commas, going bonkers, nigga. My flow is psychedelic. When I touch a record, turn it to a relic, nigga. That's a classic. Never sleeping on me, never narcoleptic, never been pathetic, never been a copy. Homo polymeric, now fucking with me lyrically. I bet you perish. Verbal repeat offender like a bear. I'm a sadistic mind fuck. Should the time flux until I tear it. Wake up, feeling like the best nigga in it. Yeah, better. Feeling like the best nigga in it. Yes. Feeling like the best nigga in it. Better. Feeling like the best nigga in it. I wake up, feeling like the best nigga in it. Yeah, better. Feeling like the best nigga in it. Yes. Feeling like the best nigga in it. Time to wake up and let's be great, nigga. I was born to do this.
man, I am beyond, impressed and happy with the way it came out with me installing these new 6x9s and the 8-inch subwoofer in the back deck. Sounds much better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys, like I said, could really tell the difference, or maybe it sounded a little distorted or whatever the case may be through the camera. But man, it's crystal clear. It's a lot louder than it was before. That's really what I wanted. I wanted it to have a crisper sound, and I wanted it to be louder than it was. It felt like the rear speakers was kind of low, so I'm glad it came out the way it did. Now for the tedious part, which is putting all these pieces back together. All the speakers are screwed down. The wires are, all taken care of for the most part. You got to make sure that you hide your wires so they're not all over the place. So I'm gonna tuck some wires and reinstall the rear deck cover and the side panels, and we'll be good to go, man. Like I said, there's part 2 is on the way. Stay tuned for part 2 of what I'm gonna do. But for right now, I'm just gonna reinstall the covers and everything, and you have to wait and see what's next. Stay tuned.
When I think about you.